Hello and welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trevor.
And today we watched Girl Power.
Yeah, we did.
It was a little bit of a sexist episode. It was nice, though.
Just a touch of sexism, but also...
Female empowerment.
Yeah. Sexism from the guys.
Yeah, but I mean, they did it on purpose. Like, they made it look stupid.
Well, yeah, because they were trying to make them look like Neanderthalic men.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, me big, strong.
I remember this episode a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember most of it. It was a really quick episode, it feels like.
It was. I mostly remember this episode because of Mindy's parents, I think.
Yeah, her parents are cunts.
I don't really remember the fight.
Oh, no?
I remember the payment scene.
Yeah.
I don't remember much else.
Yeah, the payment scene was dope. A little bit of under the table action, you know?
But also cheating him out.
Yeah, well, you got to cheat him out.
We'll get there.
We're getting ahead of it. So the episode starts off with your classic Drake and Josh intro, you know.
Talking to the camera.
Yeah, the little breaking the fourth wall type deal. And what happened? You always intro these because I never remember them.
Drake and Josh are both sitting there and talk about, I've only dated one person, and then Drake apparently has dated 74 women.
Insane.
Which is not, I don't think, physically possible.
Well, because like even if you had like one a week, that would take
I
so long.
get he's in California, but also he's going to a high school where I'm sure eventually it would get around like, hey, probably not the best idea to go out with that guy.
Yeah, he's sleazy.
He's really sleazy.
Yeah.
Love Drake.
He's kind of a dirtbag.
He's kind of, So...
you love to hate him.
They both are talking. Yeah, you do love to hate him. But we don't hate him.
Absolutely
we just love to love him. So they're both talking about, like, there's one thing you've got to do in every relationship is show the girl you're the boss.
Yikes.
It's like, wait, what?
It starts out
I was
strong.
Not expecting this controversial statement.
Yeah.
They were like, the other night I got in a fight with her. Mm-hmm. And whenever she calls, both of them basically got in fights. And they're like, whenever she calls, she better apologize.
Yeah.
They classic Drake and Josh.
They both call at the same time.
Both get the call at the same time. They did get a call. They didn't call.
Yeah.
So that
they got the call.
And then immediately both of them broke down with, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they're both crying and shit.
It was great.
Apologizing profusely.
And Josh is still dating Mindy.
Yep.
Despite no evidence to that fact in
absolutely
any
none.
of the most recent episodes.
They had an episode where they got together. They had an episode where he had a mustache. Episodes of Gap, and then now she's back.
Yeah, that's it. Just
that's it. That's
no
all
mention
it was.
of her.
No,
I think there might have been one mention.
Maybe I don't know. I can't remember any mention because I remember we were watching the other episodes and we were both like,
"Where the fuck's Mindy?"
Yeah, like we were like, "What?" It just like doesn't make any sense for her to not be mentioned at all or anything. It seems like maybe they were recorded those episodes somehow.
They might have recorded them all back to back to back, and they weren't sure if she was gonna be coming back. Like maybe they were like, "All right, we'll just write it off." In a later episode, hey, they just broke up.
You think they were just doing them on the fly like that?
She went back to the insane asylum.
Like Dan, he just like hands them a script and he's like, "Do this," and they like have no idea what's gonna happen ahead of time.
I think that some genuine reactions.
Yeah.
I think the creepy laughing lady.
Yeah, she
that
was
seemed
weird.
like a genuine reaction from Drake. That seemed like they could have just had her be like, "Just do this," and he doesn't know it's gonna happen.
She was fucking weird.
She was very weird.
But that was a random scene that happens later. So after the talking bit in the beginning, it goes to the the credit sequence, and then it goes to the actual show. There it is,
so
the great song. So Drake distracts Josh by telling him that there is smoke in one of the theaters.
Theater 7.
Yeah. So Josh starts freaking out. He takes off his shoe and bashes the fire extinguisher out of its case. Runs into the theater. Drake quickly jumps over the counter and starts stealing things.
He just starts giving himself pop. Not even quickly though. Like
he's taking his
goes
time.
over the counter and then he's just like,
the entry was quick.
The entry was very quick.
But the rest of it, he was like taking his time.
Like he was working there, like back when he used to work there, just giving himself popcorn and soda.
I feel like he started to realize as he was doing, he's like, Josh is gonna come back.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I have time.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna spill.
Yeah. And Josh is like, you disappoint me.
Yeah, I mean, how could he not?
Exactly.
Although at the same time, like Josh just like broke the fire extinguisher case. How is he gonna explain that to Helen?
Drake said there was a fire, Drake would probably
She would not listen to that.
Drake would probably own up to it, and then Helen would be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Because maybe he did. Maybe he saw some fire.
Well, remember he did. He was like, he's like, I did see smoke.
She bans that.
There was that guy
movie.
Yeah, she bans all smoking in all movies. There was a guy smoking, and he thinks it sends a bad message to kids. That's what.
And honestly, it does.
Bad message.
Ah.
That's what that meant.
Yeah, before we started recording, me and Trevor were looking back at our notes, and we realized that we really got to stop writing in shorthand. Like,
we're like,
our notes make no sense half the time.
all I saw was the words "bad message," and I'm just like,
that can mean anything.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, like the whole episode is like half and half a bad message, and like half like, hey.
And I wrote that really early on in my notes, so I'm just like, what?
Maybe you knew.
I did. I know now.
So then Josh, he's back to the counter, and then Mindy shows up.
Mindy!
She's back, and then she's like, hey, Josh, we've been dating a couple months.
Like,
all
have
right?
you, though?
Yeah, well, I guess. And then Josh starts breaking down, crying profusely. He's
Thinking
upset.
That's what that other note was. The
What's
break
the
up
other
with
note?
me note.
Ah, yeah.
Mindy's breaking up. He thinks Mindy's breaking up with him.
Yeah, and he's like, is it because of my sweat? And she's like, I love your sweat.
Which is how
Very
you know
sweet.
it's a true relationship, because
Yeah.
she loves his faults.
Maybe it's not a fault. Maybe she's like into sweat. Ew.
It's
gross.
true. That could be it.
No, it's just like a sentiment thing, right?
Mm.
My next note is $4 for 2 sodas.
So
Absurd.
yeah, it was absurd. So yeah,
In a movie theater?
we cut to another go at the movie theater, like a different day.
They're constantly there.
And
Can you imagine spending that much money at the movie theater? I guess at this movie theater it's very cheap. But
also
like,
Drake doesn't seem to spend money.
oh, well, yeah.
He's just there. And
Yeah.
I'm sure he gets into movies for free because of Helen, and then all the concession, he's just like,
Steals from Josh.
yeah. Josh is like, all right, that'll be $4 for those 2 sodas, and he's like, oh, you're cute. He just walks away.
But like, I mean, $4, like that's not bad. Like, just give
It's
him
not that bad. No, it's like just
give him
pay-
a $5. Tell him to keep the change.
Yeah. Like, put it towards my next soda. I don't know.
There you go. Hey.
Like, he can do that. It's his brother.
So then he goes back to
His girl.
his girlfriend, new girlfriend. I think she comes back for the party episode. I think she's one of them.
Probably.
I believe so.
Because she has a very major part as opposed to most of his girlfriends who have, like,
They just kiss him.
they just kiss him and walk away.
Yeah. So she's like, these jerks over there threw a fry at me. So she's like, you know,
What the heck?
yeah. She's like, come on, Drake, do something.
No, she didn't actually. She was just like, do you want to, like, I think she was trying to be funny. Like, do you want to fry? It's like, oh, they threw a thing. She's like,
Yeah.
Drake's like,
Keep
I'll
it
go
silly.
handle this. And she's like, no, don't do that. He's like, I got this.
Here it starts. It starts
And then-
immediately.
Josh. He just calls Josh over. Like, these guys are throwing shit.
To be fair, Josh works there.
Yes.
It's his problem. He's
No.
got hooligans in the theater.
That is the appropriate response. But also call
A manager.
2 employees, because these were very large football players.
Yeah.
And
The
Drake-
show gives football players a bad name.
I mean,
Football players are good people, Trevor.
they can be.
Well,
One of the guys from my high school was in prison.
I mean, that's one.
And a lot of them, like, did other stupid stuff. So
I feel like that doesn't count, though, because you're from the country. You know?
yeah, I guess so.
But anyway.
Is he still
So-
in prison?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know, actually. Last I heard, I think he was in jail.
Well, that's sad.
Whatever.
Tell me more about your jail friends.
Let's not do that, because that's like
Maybe they listen to this podcast. They're going to
whatever.
find you, Trevor.
He armed robbery.
Oh, shit. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, so anyway, Josh comes over. He's pissed. He's ready to fight these goons.
oh, I'm sure he is.
I mean, he pulls his pants up high
He does that.
because nothing below the belt,
He does that thing.
you know.
That when his voice goes kind of quiet
Yeah.
when he's serious, like not in my theater.
Yeah, he's
He gets that like faux like
Southern
Southern lady
yeah.
accent.
That's exactly what it is. So then he walks off screen and Drake continues his date as per usual. That's
Where
what you
she
gotta
asks a very good question,
Mm-hmm.
which is like whenever you're writing a song, is it usually the music that comes first or the lyrics?
I assume lyrics come first.
I think
But,
Drake.
well,
I think it depends.
I think it does depend.
I
And he
think
said it
sometime-
depends.
Like so he. It's probably also in some cases a little of both. Like
There you
he
go.
might have a beat or like
A melody.
a melody going, and then he gets some lyrics, and he's like, it doesn't quite work. So maybe adjust the melody a bit, adjust the lyrics a bit, and they
Like the episode where he's trying to come up with something that rhymes with orange.
Florange.
Exactly.
Orange.
Not many words.
He did come up something, right? There was.
I think so. Yeah. I think he came up with like Florange or something like that. Something dumb.
Technically, nothing really rhymes with orange, but there's like
What?
faux rhymes,
Like a slant rhyme.
yeah, slant rhymes that rhyme with orange,
Yeah.
which count.
I mean, yeah, you could do anything really. I mean, you could make any words rhyme together if you really had the flow.
The flow and the conviction.
Yeah, and the drive, and the honor, I think, in some cases.
The power.
Well, yeah. The consistency, the temperature.
The raw sexual energy.
Fuck yeah. Just like Josh.
That's all Josh is. He is just raw, unabated sexual energy.
Fuck yeah. Oh, so then Josh comes back. He's got a bucket of popcorn on his head. His hands are tied behind his freaking back. He's got his belt all fucked up.
And he's like, I think one of them shoved something down my pants.
And it's a freaking corn dog.
It's a corn dog.
Double
And
dick
also,
Josh.
you notice that Drake never unties his hands.
I thought he did.
No, he says, will you please remove the bucket from my head and untie my hands?
Uh-huh.
And so Drake removes the bucket, and then just before they cut away, Josh just pulls his hands out.
Continuity error.
Yeah. There's a few in this episode.
There is. Well, I noticed the other one. I didn't notice that one.
Yeah, he just straight up is just like, all right, free hands. And then,
I mean, you got to move on. The scene needs to continue. You can't spend too much time
no, but at least have Drake
untangling.
go back there like he
and karate chop it.
something.
That'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
They throw a stinger in there.
So, yeah, now Drake goes over and is like, I'm going to handle this.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, guys, you fucked with my brother. I'm going to fuck with you.
Like,
Not exactly that, but to that extent, right?
Basic.
And then...
Shorthand.
Yeah. What the fuck happens after that? Because his girlfriend comes over then.
They're like, what are
he
you going
get
to
beat
do
up?
about it? And he, turns, away from them for a second, and then they push him down.
Oh, right. Yeah, they
Like
shove
the
his
little
ass down.
schoolboy bitch he is.
Well, he is. He was wearing bell-bottoms.
And
Cowboy boots.
did he have the boots? I didn't notice if he had cowboy boots.
He had some sort of leather shoe on, brown leather shoe.
It might have been cowboy boots.
They could have just been weird, club boots.
It's true.
Definitely bell-bottoms, though.
Definitely bell bottoms.
Which was strange.
Well, that era,
Boot cut was there, but these were, I swear to God, these were bell-bottoms.
the early 2000s were a strange time.
It was an odd time to be alive, for sure.
Bell bottoms and some of those styles still hadn't fully died.
You think so?
People were finding them in their parents' closets,
Mm-hmm.
putting them on.
Yeah.
It's like, these are dope.
I don't know.
The color palette of the early 2000s is very strange.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like,
She had a pink and green outfit on at one point.
Mindy had on some weird purple.
There was so much Argyle in this episode.
There was a lot of Argyle.
It's the most Argyle I've ever seen in my life.
But that's what that era was.
Argyle?
2000s was like Argyle. And
When you think of the early 2000s, you think of
weird pastels and weird patterns, like bus seats.
Bus seats are the worst.
Like that weird triangle pattern bus
What if I
seat.
got a couple bus seats to put in here as a love seat?
That'd be cool for recording.
That would be dope.
That would be pretty dope.
When are we going to build a studio?
When this
Thoughts?
show starts making money.
Yeah, come on, guys. Donate to our Patreon. Go over to patreon.com/HarborBoys. We don't have one.
We don't have one.
Maybe that exists, though.
yet.
Definitely not.
Probably not, because we don't do enough, I don't think, yet.
Can you imagine?
Could.
That'd be dope. No, we don't have one. Don't go to that website
Yet.
But anyway, yeah, so then Drake's girlfriend, what the hell is her name? Can we call her a
Lucy.
name? Is it Lucy?
I'm almost positive it's Lucy.
Yeah, it's Lucy. Cool. So
Yeah.
Lucy does a cool wrestling move and takes
Not
out
really.
this
She
fucking...
just grabs the guy's hands
does
and
the grappling thing.
pulls him back and then throws him forward.
Yeah, threw his ass down. She may have broken a table there. I'm not
She
sure.
knocked it over at the
Definitely
very
knocked
least.
it over. It could have broken for sure. It looks like she hasn't. Well, she's been in 40 things. That's pretty good. Sorry, I got sidetracked because Trevor's looking at her IMDb right
She
now.
was in Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. Some
Direct to Blu-ray?
Direct to Blu-ray.
Huh. 2012.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that looks dope.
Guy with an AR.
A cast of characters strictly similar to the cast of the Jersey Shore to survive an epidemic of sharks attacking Miami Beach.
Oh, interesting. Looks dumb.
Yeah.
Was she even one of the main characters? Kind of. She's pretty far down on the list.
She played Penelope.
Good old Penelope.
There's a person in it named BJ. Bad name.
Is it?
So back to the episode.
Woman named BJ too. That's just unfortunate.
Listen, that looks like a terrible movie. All right, I'm sick of it. Get it off my computer screen.
Party's over.
Trevor?
It's not the movie. It's
Listen, she's done
Gabriel
nothing.
Christian.
Is that who you're shouting out? You're gonna do a middle of the episode shout out?
No, I'm not shouting her out. It's just who plays Lucy. I'm just curious. You keep going. I'm just looking.
I don't know.
She does that weird move and knocks the guy onto the table. And then
Yeah.
the rest of them come back. It's like, we're not done with you.
Yeah.
I guess I'll continue.
Yes. Thank you.
And then Helen comes out with a baseball bat
Mm-hmm.
and is like, no, I think you're done. Now, something, you guys get out of my movie theater before I pop you like a zit.
Yeah, she's got a fucking bat. She's ready to kill people.
She lived in Russia for a period.
She may have. And then she takes the corn dog that used to be in Josh's pants and just starts chowing down on it.
No idea. That's what the
And
corn
it's
dog-
just too late. It's too late at that
Josh
point.
almost tells her and is like, Helen, that corn dog. She's like, yeah. He's like, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say?
At that point, you just let it go. It's not going to kill her. It's like, I doubt it was in his underpants.
You don't think so?
I doubt it.
That thing was right up against his peen.
I'm sure he showers. I'm sure it's fine.
They don't call him Double Dick Josh for no reason, you know?
It's not. She took it from his hand.
Yeah.
He did not
Resist.
mean for her to give it to him. The wrong. You know what I was trying to say there.
So anyway,
fine.
fucking what happens after that? Girlfriend is a pro wrestler. Oh, she says she has 5 brothers. That's how she learned her skills.
Yes, it was either learn to fight or get held down and burped on.
Yeah, which sucks. I mean, I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, that sounds not great.
So then it goes to the next scene, I believe, when Josh is getting ready for his date with Mindy, his big date, to go hang out with her parents. Big dinner.
Meet her parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's getting all ready for the date, and Megan comes into the room while he's combing his hair and like spraying it with random shit. It looks wet as fuck.
Very odd
Disgusting.
styling
Disgusting.
decisions.
And then he stands up when he's talking to her, and he's got his fucking underwear on outside
Yes.
of his pants.
He's pulled the Superman.
He did. It was a dope look.
It was not a dope look. It looked like there was a yellow stain at the bottom of his
Just
crotch.
trash. Disgusting. You think he was going to put on a used pair of underwear?
I don't think they were used. I think they were stained.
Yeah, but when you wash them, the stain's coming out. No? You think no?
If it's stained enough.
Damn. I mean, first of all, who's wearing white underwear?
No, well, back then,
Back then, it was big.
whitey tighties were the only thing, really.
That's not
It
true.
was either whitey tighties or boxers.
That's terrible.
There was no boxer briefs, which are the best.
When were boxer briefs invented? Can you look that up?
They probably were invented before this, but I'm saying they probably were not in popularity before this. Now I have to adjust them.
No, don't. I don't even think it's worth it. There he goes. In the meantime, you guys could always drop down to the comment section while this is happening, and you could write down, what do you prefer, gas or electric for stoves?
We're still keeping this debate going?
Yes, absolutely. No one said anything.
No one has said anything yet. 1925, by the way.
1925, Jacob Galomb, founder of Everlast, designed elastic waist trunks to replace the leather belted trunks when worn by boxers.
Oh.
These trunks, now known as boxer trunks, immediately became famous, but were later eclipsed by the popular jockey-style briefs beginning in the 1930s. Oh, that's boxer shorts, not
I looked
boxer
up
briefs.
boxer briefs.
Go to the boxer briefs Wikipedia. It's underneath. It was made in the 90s.
95.
It was made in the 90s. Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the 90s. I mean, they were around. They probably were not big yet.
Exactly. They were probably not like a popular thing.
Yeah. That's fair.
Sure,
that's
that's
more
it.
than fair.
I hope
Now we
that-
just have this open up.
Just a pair of some dude's boxer briefs.
Yeah, they look weird.
Ooh, here we go.
Some butts.
Just a butt.
Classic butt pics on Wikipedia. What are you doing?
I'm opening the butt pic.
That could be like your profile picture on Twitter.
Shouldn't be. Could be our new profile photo.
That'd be good.
Harbor Boys and just a butt.
Could be the thumbnail for this episode. That'd get flagged.
Probably,
Yeah, I'm surprised none of our episodes have been flagged already.
Well, because we don't have any sort of visual content. It's all just original audio. What are they gonna flag?
Well,
Neither of us have pitch perfect singing to mimic any.
Hey, you don't tell me that, all right? So then after that, Drake comes into the room and he's like, what?
Flick me my paper. Thanks, man.
And he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about breaking up with my girl. And Josh is like, you're crazy. You're dumb. Call her right now. Go on a date. You guys are the ones.
Because he was afraid she was tougher than him.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Who fucking cares, right?
Josh is like, she's not tougher than you, which she is.
She is.
She's not tougher than you.
I think everybody's tougher than Drake.
Those football players just caught you off guard.
Yeah.
Which they did.
And he's like, fuck yeah.
They did. I'm gonna call her right now and go out tonight.
Yeah.
So they do.
Yeah, so they go on their silly little date back over to the premiere because, you got to go to the movie theater.
That's the only place to go, apparently. And where are they?
Somewhere. San Diego.
They're in San Diego, and the only place to go is a movie theater.
Yeah, for sure, man. You got to go to the premiere. That's the spot. It's like in Jimmy Neutron where they went to the ice cream parlor every time.
Yeah, but they're also in a small town that might be a government testing facility.
I thought it for sure was.
That's a theory, is that Jimmy is actually being kept in, like, a secluded government testing town.
Yeah.
And everyone there is an actor and then they create situations for him to solve with inventions. So
that's kind of fun.
Take the inventions and
use them for war.
Use them for war or to sell them to make government funding or something.
Fuck yeah.
So
I feel like we had to have talked about this before on the podcast.
Possibly.
We constantly divulge into that kind of stuff.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's a good theory.
It is a good theory. That's one of the better theories, I think, honestly, for like
one of the
those
more
kind of
believable
shows.
ones for sure.
It for sure is because, like, I mean, look at his fucking head, and he has Goddard. What?
I mean, Goddard's just one of his inventions. That's fine.
Yeah, but like, it's a sentient like robot dog.
I mean, is it sentient?
I think so.
I don't think it's sentient.
I think it definitely.
I think it mimics sentience.
Damn, that's sad though.
Does it? Is it?
I think it's sad.
It's a robot dog. It's not a person. He does create sentient robots all the time, though.
Yeah, he does.
His little brother.
It's fucked.
The little brother's parents.
His little brother that he sent to Mars or some shit.
Yeah, no, the moon.
I thought
it was the moon.
Does he not show back up on the asteroid episode? Maybe he doesn't. No,
he shows up.
The pirates are there.
He definitely does show up in later.
He shows
episodes.
back up somewhere, right? But anyway,
he plays moon tennis.
Oh yeah. So Josh goes to Mindy's house, and he walks in. Doesn't take his fucking shoes off, bitch.
What, you think Mindy would have told him that?
Yeah, she really should have.
Come on, Mindy. What, are you just trying to set him up for failure?
Maybe she forgot.
She wasn't wearing shoes either.
Yeah, but she lives there. Like,
still.
I don't wear shoes in my own house.
Yeah, but you told me that when I first came here. You were like, hey, you mind taking your shoes off? I'm like, I don't care.
Did I?
Or maybe I asked.
I don't think I did.
I could have asked. I probably asked.
I feel like you just do it because it's more comfortable.
Oh, I usually, well.
You want to walk around and hang out in your boots?
I mean, they are new and they're really comfortable.
Which ones are they?
I got them for Christmas. I think you saw them.
Those ones. Yeah, those are nice.
They're padded now. Like
that is comfy.
I wore my old ones again today because I was doing the pheasant hunt, and so
Yeah.
I was getting blood and shit all over them.
Yeah, you don't want to get blood and shit on your new ones.
Exactly. And my feet hurt so bad.
Really?
It was ridiculous. I was like,
Yeah.
I only wore them for half the day, and it was awful.
You're not used to them anymore.
No, it's not that I'm not used to. No, they were awful before I got the new ones.
What? Why were you wearing them?
Because they were the only good ones I had.
Oh.
Other than my gator skin ones.
Those are cool.
But those are like too dressy. And also those don't have any support in them either because they're just dressy.
Yeah, you don't want to go on a pheasant hunt with gator skin boots. No, what do you sound like, aristocrat?
Yeah, no. I mean, if this was before I got those boots that I have now, I would have worn my other work boots.
Yeah, which ones? The ones that are like broken?
They're a little broken.
Yeah, nice.
They're a little cracked in places.
I feel like it's weird that I know your boots.
You've been to my house. You've seen my boots.
Your boot collection.
I seem to talk about my boots a lot. I don't know why.
Well, you love your boots. That's one of your biggest personality traits.
Oh, that's not good.
You're a boot boy.
That's all I got is on boots.
I mean, before my thing was cardigans, so
that was your only thing.
So, well, it's not my only thing, you son of a bitch.
You also had the funny voice.
The only thing you were good for is your fucking cardigans.
You had the voice too.
What voice?
The 1920s announcer voice.
You just love that.
I do. It was a good voice.
I don't even know how to do it.
Fucking funny.
So
yeah, he goes to Mindy's and then tries to give her parents presents
Yeah.
after
And
they yell at him for leaving his shoes on.
just everything is constantly going wrong for him. Like, it sucks.
It's like, I brought chocolates for the gentleman, which is weird.
Well, they're nice.
And then daisies for the lady.
Yeah.
And the dad's diabetic.
And she's allergic to daisies.
So he switches them.
They'll switcheroo. Fixed. Easy, right?
Chocolate gives the mom a rash.
Yep.
Dad's like, daisies are the flower of death in Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
It's like, now that was not even like a medical issue. That was you just being a dick.
Yeah, that's just you being an asshole, man. But I mean, if she's allergic to daisies, you probably should get him out of the house, right? Get him out.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on the severity.
They continued to hold them.
Yeah. I think she put her face in them. She was like, let me die now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm allergic to these. I'm just going to die.
So then they try to sit down for this lovely dinner.
Yeah, okay.
And every time Josh tries to sit down,
It's someone else's seat.
yeah, somebody else sits. So eventually he finds a seat. And then, oh no, there's a flickering fucking little light bulb on the chandelier, giving the mom a headache. Josh is like, easy peasy. I'm not wearing shoes. I'll stand up, fix this bitch. We're good to go.
He does. He stands up. He adjusts it. It's fine. Mm-hmm. The chandelier falls out of the ceiling. That is not Josh's fault.
Yeah, that's just
that's your house has shitty, like, you got a shitty contractor.
Yeah, the contractor really cut some corners.
Or if the dad did it,
he definitely did not do it.
He definitely did not. But if
just by
did,
looking at him,
he's bad.
Yeah, he for sure didn't do it.
So,
well, maybe he did. That's why it fell.
Exactly, he's bad. So that's his fault.
So then over to the date that Drake is having. He drops this fucking bomb.
I can't believe I almost dumped you.
Yeah, insane.
What?
Why would you ever say that unless you were then gonna dump them?
Yeah, I almost dumped you, and now I'm going to.
Yeah.
Bye.
So she's like, she wants to know why. She's like, why? What's up, bitch?
He's like, oh, I didn't want to. I felt weird about going out with someone tougher than me. And I talked to Josh, and it's all fine.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so you accept it?
Yeah. She's like, you're cool with it now, right?
He's like, I'm cool with what?
Yeah.
She's like, me being tougher than you.
He's like, you're for sure fucking not.
No, those guys just caught me off guard. She's like, oh, please.
Yeah. So then they start to fucking arm wrestle.
And then that's when it actually cuts back to the dinner.
Yeah. I just wanted to continue the scene.
That's fine.
So
then we come back to them arm wrestling still.
Yeah. And they fucking, he calls it a draw. He was probably about to lose. He calls it a draw. And then she's like, what the heck? I was about to win, you bitch. And then he's like, you know what?
No, you were not.
Let's, we'll settle this some other way, whatever the fuck. And then she's like, let's wrestle.
She's like, there's only one way to do it. Let's fight.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to hit a girl.
And she's like,
that's
fine.
What he keeps
if
saying.
You don't want to hit a girl, pussy, or chicken. Sorry.
Yeah, she starts saying chicken and like doing this
calling out loud.
Yeah.
Like making a scene.
Everybody's
honestly.
Pointing. They think it's great.
Like, haha, Drake, you're a chicken.
Yeah.
You little pussy bitch.
So they set up a wrestling match back at the house.
This is when the old lady thing happens, though.
Oh, yeah. Right
He's
before
like,
the scene
I just made
ends.
a date to fight my girlfriend.
And she just
woman
laughs.
just starts...
Really creepy.
just building laughter of just creepy old woman. I can't imitate it.
Yeah, I can't either. I just remember it was strange and unsettling, and I feel like I may have some sort of curse on me now.
Possibly.
Perhaps.
I feel like we've watched more cursed episodes than that.
Definitely some cursed episodes.
Glockma was a pretty cursed
That was
episode.
cursed. That was a cursed episode.
That's 100% cursed episode.
That was for sure a cursed episode. I think if you say it Glockma backwards, maybe it'll break the spell, but, So play that back, guys, and then reverse it and do some sound engineering and see if that makes it Glockma.
Hey, Abby, can you just take one of our clips of saying it Glockma, like that one, and just play it backwards?
You think she'll do it?
She won't do it. This is all staying in, I'm aware.
So then it goes back to the house, and Josh is getting ready for a new date with Mindy's parents to try to make it better because the last one was trash. Yeah, this is now at Drake and Josh's house. So he has got a harp player. She's an old woman. She's weird. And he has a $100 ice sculpture.
Like that wasn't
There's no
an actual
way,
old
right?
woman.
No, it definitely wasn't. It was
I feel like that was someone in an old woman outfit.
Yeah, it was. Her face was real weird looking.
Unless that was just an old woman, then whoops. Sorry.
No, I don't think so. It definitely looked like she had some weird makeup on.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a dude. It might have been a dude.
Could have been a dude. Like the script says, old woman harp player.
Yeah.
You got to have the old. It's like, why can't we just have a guy? Does it really matter?
They're like, yes, it absolutely
Gotta
does.
have the old
They're
lady.
like, this is what Dan wants. This is Dan's vision.
Dan always envisioned old woman harp player.
That's what he said from the get-go. When he pitched Drake and Josh,
there will be an episode with a harp player.
He led with that.
So picture this. Season 3.
Season 3, we're deep into it.
Right, season 3, probably around episodes, I don't know, 9, 10, somewhere in there.
Ish.
Harp player. Old woman.
The episode's going to be
hair.
called Girl Power.
Exactly. It's like, I like it.
Yeah, Nick. It's a guy named Nick.
Nickelodeon, man.
No, it's a guy named Nick working at Nickelodeon.
That would be great.
Yeah, so Josh has this $100 ice sculpture, which I don't believe for a second.
No, that would cost way more than $100.
It would have to, right? Like, what
Well,
is
he
the
bought the block of ice maybe for $100. and
what's
then
the
part of it-
average price of an ice sculpture? Can we look that up, Trevor, real quick?
Your turn.
So then, oh, you want me to? Okay.
So yeah, then Drake comes from downstairs. Like Josh is finishing setting up this whole fancy dinner that he's got, and Drake comes from upstairs and is like, "Hey, what's going on?" And Josh is like, "Oh, I'm just setting up for like, oh my god," and he freaks out. Like he gets scared. He's like, "What are you doing here? You're never home on a Saturday night. What's up?"
So it looks like the one that he probably would have gotten would be up to like $1,000.
Yep. Well, no, that was 300 for the standard 36-inch designs such as lovebirds, hearts, or swans,
And up to 1,000.
and up to 1,000
Definitely not 100. Like,
or more for elaborate designs.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't
So,
super elaborate.
I would say probably $400.
Yeah, not 100.
No,
I want to say up to 1,000.
I'm not saying that's up to 1,000. Not even with inflation.
And then Drake comes down from upstairs wearing sweats, and he's
Josh freaks out.
yeah, as he would, because it's Saturday night. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing here? It's Saturday, bro. You're never here on Saturdays. I stay home on
It's like,
Saturdays."
I told you my fight was tonight, and he's like, "No, you did not.
Yeah,
You never mentioned a fight. What fight?"
he tries to steal an olive.
Yeah, he slaps his hand.
Yeah,
Classic Drake and Josh.
they look like they
banter.
may have been like Greek olives or something.
They were black.
Yeah.
They were definitely black olives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. I just
So
please move on. Let's get away from this.
that was
now.
funny. Your face was funny when you said that. You were just like very sure of it.
They were black olives. if I remember correctly,
and then so
which I do.
so Josh's girlfriend, she shows up.
No,
Drake,
Drake's girlfriend.
yeah, sorry, Drake's girlfriend shows up. Josh thought it was his company coming. It wasn't.
Drake's
and
like,
then
no, it's fine. It's my girlfriend.
so she comes in. Lucy comes in, and she's like, "Hey, Josh, what's up?" And he's like, "Get out of here, you whore."
It's like, oh hey, go upstairs.
Yeah.
Don't come back down until the Crenshaws leave.
So he shoves them away, and they go upstairs to wrestle.
like all life problems.
Yeah.
Just shove it in a corner. and
So
don't think about
upstairs, or no, so first, they get there right behind Lucy. They had to have seen her walking up, so you would think they would know people were there, right?
it. Maybe they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, they were like looking at this guy. They were
Maybe
like,
they
"Great
thought
night,"
it was like a maid or something.
wearing like sweats, maybe. So
Laundry day,
they
man.
show up, and they're looking around the house. They're like, "Nice place," and then so it cuts to upstairs, and Mindy's
Drake-
up there with a
well-
bunch of kids.
First of all, Mindy's not up there.
Sorry. not Mindy.
Megan? Her name's Megan.
I haven't been able to get a single name straight.
Megan's so we go upstairs and Drake somehow has gotten
Imagine if Mindy was up there.
Great. Mindy, what are you doing here? He's like, I want to see
With
your
kids.
Ass, I want to see your ass get beat.
Yeah, so
she probably
Megan
would.
is up there with a bunch of kids. She's
And
got an
Drake's-
official bell.
Yeah, she got an official bell, and Drake somehow got a bunch of mats,
Yeah,
like
tons.
little square mats, like for fighting on.
Yeah, like you'd see at like a dojo or a school.
Mm-hmm. Somehow he got those and moved all the furniture out of the way.
The blue ones. You guys can picture them.
Yeah. If not, watch the episode. Like, why haven't you watched the episode?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. That's where we watch them. So
Nowadays
they
at
start
least.
wrestling. Before that, we were buying them on Amazon.
Yeah,
Just to be clear.
it's always been legal.
Shut up.
Anyways, Drake's like, "What are you doing up here with all these kids?" Mindy, what are you doing here with all these kids?
It's Mindy.
Megan's like, they're here to watch the fight. I got a bell.
Yeah.
He's like, no, leave. And she's like, I charge these guys $10 a piece.
Yeah, and he's like, give me half.
He's like, I want half. And she's like, all right, fine. I expected this.
Yeah.
Which the moment she gave him money, he should have realized there's something else going on.
Yeah, definitely. When she says that.
And then the moment he walks away, one of the kids is like, very loudly, didn't you charge us 20?
Yeah. He's like, you charged us 20. It was look at that peak.
Excellent audio.
Excellence.
Yeah, so, and she's like, shh. She just puts her finger up to her mouth very sensually. Just
Yeah. And then she dings that fucking bell, and they start wrestling like crazy. She's throwing him all over the place.
First
like
thing, she
he's
knocks
trash.
him down immediately. And
Yeah.
then he does like a leg pinch maneuver and knocks her over.
Yeah. He gets thrown up against the computer chair at one point and destroys Josh's computer.
We
The
cut
keyboard
downstairs.
flies. Yep.
And the date is actually going incredibly well.
Very well.
The parents are like, Josh, this is just fantastic. Like the harp player, the food is great.
Yeah. The swan.
The swan.
And then they hear a little bit of noise. What's that?
Not yet. Remember, this is good old bread.
No,
chop.
that's what I'm talking about. The noise, because remember why he threw it? She was snoring.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the noise.
No,
upstairs.
that's different noise. There's many noises that happen. Sorry.
Many odd noises happening.
Yeah, so they hear a little bit of snoring. So Josh quickly distracts them and then launches bread. He chucks the bread right at her fucking head.
Chucks that bread hard right at the harpist's head.
Yeah, she wakes up. Well, she was being a bitch. She fell asleep on the job.
That's really shitty.
Yeah, that
The
is
doctor
shitty.
pay. He paid her like what, $400 or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. He says it at the end.
I feel like the ice sculpture costs more than to rent a harp player.
You would, well,
Maybe in San Diego.
yeah, where are you gonna get ice in San Diego? You know?
I meant the harp player.
Oh, okay.
I feel like there's a lot of artists in San Diego.
You think so? Ice sculptures in San Diego? You think there's a big market for that?
That one definitely was an underpriced. It was not $100. That was way more. I'm talking the harp player. I think was an overprice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about harp players or harps
It
themselves.
looks very complex.
So then it cuts back up because they hear more noises coming from upstairs right as the parents were about to give their approval to Josh.
Well, they kind of already had.
Yeah, they were like explaining it.
Your
though.
lovely home. Everyone's great. You're obviously you come from a good family.
Yeah. And so it cuts back up to the wrestling. It's getting out of control. People are getting knocked all over the place. They're beating each other up. And then eventually they fucking bust through the door.
Drake, in the middle of the fight, instead of calling, time or like round end, because they
Yeah.
brought a bell for the rounds to be over.
Yeah, come on, call that round.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's up to Mindy with the kids. I'm going to continue to call her it, all right?
Megan. Where was I going with
They
this?
fell down the stairs.
Right. Drake runs over to try and drink water, and then Lucy just fucking slams him through their door, shatters it to pieces.
He was dope.
And they start rolling down the stairs. The kids are like, they're going down the stairs.
Kids follow.
Let's go. Yay.
Yeah.
And then right as the parents are like, Josh, you obviously come from a great family.
Yeah, it was like a very long explanation.
Here they come, running into the room.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what is wrestling, breaking chairs, breaking lamps.
They eventually break the fucking ice sculpture.
Yeah, freaking Lucy just kicks it off of the.
Yeah, she starts punching and kicking. Like, that's definitely not in the rule
very
set.
much not allowed. That was wrestling, guys, not fucking fighting.
They explicitly did wrestling because there was no hitting.
Yeah.
So she broke the rules.
She
I think
elbowed
she
him in the
loses
gut?
because of that. That's you forfeit at that point, right?
I think so.
To be fair. So then eventually Josh breaks up the fight. He lifts Drake into the air and throws him back down.
He does the classic wah thing.
Yeah, he uses his raw, unadulterated power.
Sexual energy.
to just lift him.
The power of, it's the power of him thinking, the
power of love.
I'm never going to get an erection again.
Damn.
Because the only girl who will ever love me is leaving.
Sad. So Mindy's parents are like, what the fuck's going on? Who are these hooligans?
It's like, this is my brother. This is your brother? I knew we should not associate with these people.
Yeah, and they start to try to walk Mindy out of the room, and she's like, no, wait.
I love him.
Yeah, and Josh is like, you see what you've done? You ruin everything, Drake. He's getting all mad. He's screaming at him.
You ruined my dinner. You ruined my ice sculpture.
Mm-hmm.
and you ruined my relationship.
Yeah, and then he's like, I spent $400 on this stupid fucking
Heart
player who won't stop playing.
Who should stop playing?
And she's just like, brr.
She's like, yeah, that's fair.
It's like the jazz stops meme of the guy.
This record scratch.
Yeah. And then Mindy's dad is like, you know what? Anyone who's got a fucking hot head and who's a really kind of a bitch deserves to date our Mindy.
It's not what he said.
Well, it's
like anyone who would go through this much trouble and cares that much. Well, you understand. It's like you could have finished that sentence.
Yeah. Well, no, you understand, you know? So
Lazy.
At that point, they give the A-OK, you can date. And then they were like, so what were you two even fighting about?
What is this crazy wrestling match?
What is this ruckus?
And Lucy's like, oh, well, Drake thinks that I'm not tougher than him.
Yeah. And
the dad just goes, well, of course you aren't.
Yeah, he's like, male genetics they're just
sexist
tougher.
Asshole.
They're tougher than women. And his wife is like, oh, you're such a fucking caveman, you bitch. And they eventually wrestle each other to the ground.
Yeah. Megan's like, only one way to settle this.
Yeah, she dings that bell.
And then mom just gets into it, immediately puts the dad in a headlock.
She beats the shit out of him. I think it was a lot of pent-up energy and aggression.
Their love life isn't what it used to be.
But now it's going to be sexier.
He's going to be bottom. Just like Drake.
Oh, God. What else happened there? Oh, well, that was the end of the actual episode. And then the after credit sequence was the kid, your favorite.
Alden.
So Mindy apparently has a brother that was cut out of the main episode, Alden.
Probably cut out of continuity entirely.
Probably.
He probably doesn't exist. Fuck that kid.
So he is at the table sitting next to Josh at the original dinner at Mindy's parents' house. And Josh is nicely trying to serve some chicken, politely. Yep. I guess they had cleared the chandelier off the table at this point.
Mindy's mom is like, Alden, do you want to offer Josh some chicken?
Mm-hmm.
So he picks up the plate and kind of like just holds it there next to him awkwardly. Like they're sitting next to each other. Why are you
offering
the chicken like that? Like just give him the plate. So Josh just goes and like stabs a piece with his fork.
Yeah.
And Alden freaks the fuck out. Like, that was my piece.
I mean, that was his piece.
It's like, well, then here. And he's like, I don't want it if your fork's been in it. Like, you guys have not eaten yet.
Yeah.
It's not like he's been licking that fucking fork.
Which then Josh stabs another piece and tries to offer to him. But the original issue here was that the fork was in it.
Well, the original issue was that...
I guess that he tried to take
Alden's
the piece.
A cunt.
Well, I guess... Yeah, the original, like, from birth type issue.
There's that. And then it's that Josh took Alden's piece.
Yeah.
And then Alden didn't. Then we get to the fork issue, which Josh should have realized.
He just
at
did.
That point.
But how are you going to pick up another, I guess, scoop it, like, instead of stabbing it?
Don't give Alden anything. Like, Alden's offering you the plate.
Push Alden out of his chair.
You, Josh, take a different piece of chicken and then leave it alone.
No, just take the one because it already had been ruined, apparently.
Yeah, just like, well, I'm sorry. Do you want me to get a different one? It's like, no. That would have.
Who would even care? Who would ever burst out and say that was my piece? You didn't choose
fucking
yet.
Alden.
You didn't pick yet.
Fuck Alden.
You can't say that was my piece if you didn't pick your food yet. Yeah. Unless he takes it off your plate.
You had the plate first too, Alden.
Yeah, Alden. You son of a bitch.
You could have just taken your piece of chicken off.
I hate Alden.
Alden's such a cunt.
I hate Alden.
So
that was the episode.
That was the end of the episode, was fuck Alden.
It was a very funny episode. I liked it a lot. I laughed a good amount.
I enjoyed it.
So what would you rate this episode out of 10 quallers?
This one's a bit hard.
Okay.
To rate?
Yeah. A lot of flaws, a lot of good things. Oh, we also forgot the other continuity error. His collar kept...
Right, whenever his underpants...
Depending on the shot, his collar on his suit jacket was either up or down whenever they would switch angles.
It was fucked up in one angle.
Yeah, from behind. And then when they cut facing Josh, it was perfect. And that was happening when he was getting dressed for the original.
Happened like 4 times.
Yeah, it happened a bunch.
Did no one catch that? Did no one care?
They probably didn't care, which is fair.
It's a kid's show, I guess.
Yeah. So what was your rating?
Well, I would say 5.9.
5.9?
Out of 10. Not quite 6.
Yeah, 5.9.
Nah, you know what? Fuck it, 6.
Why would you give it a 5.9?
Because I didn't want to give it a 6 because I feel like I give a lot of stuff 6.
Okay.
But it was just kind of an average good 6 episode.
Yeah.
6 Quatlers out of 10.
Okay.
Would watch again.
I'll give it a 7. I thought it was
Really?
very funny. I enjoyed it.
I think this is the only time you've ever given a higher score than me.
Really?
It's the only time I can remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't remember a single other rating.
Me either.
I rate solely off the moment.
That's true.
Yeah. So who do we want to shout out? Who we got? Definitely got to shout out the actress who played Lucy, Gabrielle Christian.
Gabrielle Christian.
Who we
Good
mentioned
job.
earlier.
Good job. She was on House.
Nice.
That's Justine, probably a patient.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see here.
Scroll down.
Laughing Lady.
Oh, there was the harpist, Elaine Murphy. Needs
Oh, it
a
was an
shout out.
Oberman. Whoops.
Well, you don't know if she's old.
Donita Monroe.
The laughing lady. You mean Moore?
More.
How the fuck did you say Monroe?
I don't know.
It just says Moore. Scroll down. Wait, that guy was credited as
Alden.
Tank.
Wyatt Smith. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Wyatt. And the DP, Mike Spodnik. Those are my shout outs.
Mike Spodnik. Mr. Crenshaw. Harry S. Murphy.
Nice.
Mike Carton.
Nice.
Second assistant director.
Very good. Right on.
All right. Yeah, there we go.
So that's the episode. Anything else you need to say?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, cool.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, go watch some Drake and Josh.